I ruined my brother's marriage because his wife left me at the pool. I got all 4 wisdom teeth yanked out last Tuesday. The dentist said I needed someone to drive me because they were putting me completely under with IV meds. My mom was out of town for work, so I asked my sister-in-law Bri if she could take me. The dental place was like 45 minutes away, and the whole thing would only take 2 hours max. I even offered her gas money. Bri said yes. My brother Austin works construction during the day, so he couldn't do it. Their 2-year-old daughter was at Bri's mom's house, so she had the day free anyway. The surgery went fine. I woke up feeling like absolute garbage with gauze stuffed in my mouth and everything spinning. Bri was waiting in the lobby scrolling through her phone. The nurse wheeled me out and helped me into Bri's SUV. I was so dizzy I could barely walk straight. We started driving, and I just stared out the window trying not to throw up. The AC was blasting, but I was sweating. Everything felt wrong and fuzzy. Then Bri pulled into a parking lot and got out of the car. She opened my door and said, "Come on." I didn't understand what was happening, but I followed her because sitting in the hot car alone seemed worse. We walked through a gate and suddenly we were at a public pool. There were kids screaming and splashing everywhere. The sun was brutal, probably 95 degrees. Bri sat me down at one of those metal picnic tables under a tiny umbrella and said she'd be back in a bit. Then she just walked away toward a group of women on lounge chairs. I sat there confused with blood-soaked gauze in my mouth, feeling like I was going to faint. The heat made everything worse. My head was pounding and the chlorine smell made my stomach flip. I tried to stand up, but my legs felt like jelly. I sat back down and pulled out my phone with shaking hands. I called Austin. When he answered, I tried to explain, but I couldn't talk right because of the gauze and the drugs. Everything came out garbled and weird. He hung up. I thought maybe he didn't understand me. Then 2 minutes later, Bri came storming over looking furious. She grabbed my arm hard and said, "We're leaving now." She was cussing under her breath the whole way to the car. I passed out in the passenger seat. When I woke up, we were in my driveway and Austin's truck was already there. He must have left work early. He yanked open my door before Bri even turned off the engine. He was yelling at her so loud the neighbors probably heard. Bri was crying and screaming back. I couldn't really follow what they were saying, but Austin kept saying, "How could you do this to her?" He helped me inside and got me water and made sure I took my pain meds. He stayed with me the rest of the day. When the drugs finally wore off and I could think straight, he told me he was divorcing Bri. He said what she did at the pool was the final straw on top of other stuff he didn't want to get into. He'd already called a lawyer that afternoon. Bri showed up at my apartment 3 days later banging on the door. She said I ruined her life and her marriage by calling Austin. She said I was being dramatic about the pool and she was only gone for 20 minutes. She called me selfish and said I destroyed her family, then she left. Austin moved his stuff out of their house that weekend. He's staying at our mom's place now.